Hello and welcome to another Purveyor of Light Photoshop quick tip. Today we're going to show you how to remove an object or a person from a picture and put it on another background. It's quite easy to do, but sometimes it does have its challenges. So I deliberately picked this photo here because I knew it would have a little bit of challenge to it. If you look at this young lady's beautiful hair, you can see that selecting a hair with all this curl and flyaway and that, it's going to be quite difficult. But we're going to do our best to try to get a good selection, okay, without overly complicating it. Okay, so first things first, I got the photo, so I'm going to say, well, I'm going to try the automated tools of Photoshop. So, because, why work if I don't have to? So I'll select subject. And I'll let Photoshop do its calculations. And hey, I'm done, right? Let's zoom in to make sure I'm done. Uh-oh. Look at the hairline. Uh-oh. I'm not done. The automated tool, this is too complicated of a selection for the tool. So we're going to have to give it a helping hand. And this is what reality really is, okay? We all love to think that we can get a one-click solution. And, the majority of the time, we're just not going to be able to. We have to put a little work. So, no problem. We've got a selection to start with. And let's just refine it. So, with that done, I could go up to Selected Mask. Or I could go up to here and go Selected Mask. Okay? So, once there, I'll hit that. That'll open up another box, and it is now showing me my view. And you can pull down on this, and you can change your view. And this is what you need to get complicated or not get complicated. This is the thing that you need to get comfortable with. Okay? Doing your selections and then viewing it on different background templates is going to really let you show how good or bad your selection is. Okay? So you could view it on onion skins, marching ants, you could do it on an overlay, you could do it on black, you could do it on white, etc., etc. Now, with the overlay, I tend to like that one myself. You can come down and then you can change the opacity, okay, to nothing, to full, so you can actually see how the selection is going. Okay? And I like to work on that. And you can come, as you're working, you can change the opacity to find a comfort level of when you're working. Okay. So now we said we got to clean up our selection a little bit. And we're going to do that by using the second tool, okay, which is called the Refine Edge. Okay? The first one is the quick selection, so we just, select a large object. The second one is Refine Edge. This is going to let us try to clean up the selection. And it does a pretty good job. Okay? So just come in and then come over the edge and then let go. And Photoshop is going to do its very best to clean up that selection. Okay? And you may have to run over it a few times, but it does a very good job if you let it calculate. Okay? And we just come around, take your time, and let Photoshop do the cleanup for you. Okay? And keep going around any areas you see cleanup needed. And let it clean up. And you could see that even then we did a cleanup and things got better. Things are not perfect. So we're going to need to go a step. If you look over here, I can see even with the Refine Edge, Photoshop just couldn't do it. Okay? We still got these strays. So it's going to take me down to my third tool. Okay? And then I have the plus and the minus up top. This is basically a brush. Do I want to remove from the selection or do I want to add to the selection? In this case, I want to remove because this is just not what I want. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to brace in, and that's what you just have to do. You can work with your brush, use your hardness and that, and okay, and then just brush in until you've cleaned it up to your liking. Okay, and this is part of the thing about doing selections, and that is, sometimes we've got to come in and put the work to clean up the selection. Okay, sometimes there's just no way around it, and we take the time and we just do the cleanup that way. And again, if you need to add, you go to switch to the brush. If you hit the minus, you can subtract from it, and from there you have it. Now, the next thing to do is turn around and check it on another background, because that gives you so much information. Let's try it on white. All right, and then move the opacity so you can really see. And you can see we've got a really nice selection going now. Okay, we've cleaned it up. We used the refine edge. We did a little bit of manual brushing. That really helped out our selection and increased the quality of it. Okay, so lastly, is our output selection. Okay, we could pull down here, and I recommend a new layer with a layer mask. Okay, this way it's going to duplicate the layer of the selection, and it's going to put it with a mask that's going to make the selection. And this way, if we ever need to, we can come back to it and refine it. So we hit OK, and we're going to do new layer, and then we're going to hit OK, and that's going to make a new layer. And there it is. We have it with a new layer with our selection all cut out and beautiful. Okay, and that's how you do removing objects with a little bit of work. Okay, you let Photoshop do what it can, and then you come in and save the day. All right, and just to show you here, I'll turn around and come down one layer, and I'll add a solid. Let's do a gradient background, and I'll select it. So let's see here. Yeah, that's I want to go to that background, and I hit OK. And now the picture is on a different thing, and you can see how nice and clean the selection is. Okay, and this works with objects, people, so forth and so on. So get comfortable. Go ahead and try to use the automated Photoshop tools, and if it works, great. If it still needs, you can give it a helping hand by using Select and Mask, and you can get a quality selection that way. Okay, till next week, you guys take care.